Hi, folks. This is Real Lassie with John Ritland. I'm John Ritland.
I'm Cassie.
I'm Chris.
He's narcoleptic. Anyway,
No, I'm Peptomet. Never mind.
you steal other people's sleep. Well, okay then. So this is the No Mercy review, or
No merci, as in no thank you.
no thank you, we didn't really want it. Look, I was actually pretty excited about this. Yes, Becky had an injury, so she was out, unfortunately. Hopefully she recovers. Seems like she will. People made the comment that maybe she had a wellness policy violation. God damn it, Chris. That she had a wellness policy violation. The problem with that is even if you start that here, even if you start that here, the sad thing is I can see what's going on camera. That's what's even funnier. It would be like 22 days here, and then 8 days, so it would be like the 30th day, and she'd be back to face Alexa at SmackDown in Scotland. But that's not going to happen because they would have announced that she violated the wellness policy. I think she's legit injured. They're trying to make sure, dear God, don't take the title off of her if it's a Sasha Banks situation, and she's only injured for a little bit. So anyway, kickoff, you had Hawkins. That was weird because I thought Hawkins was going to wrestle. I don't know why he didn't. That was a little weird.
Hi, I'm the space filler. Goodbye.
Yeah, that was a little weird. Given all the stuff that they, all the ways they hyped him, that was a little odd. But whatever. Alexa.
We're still thinking Hawkins who?
I know who Hawkins is. You guys don't. But
Hawkins, kick.
Falcon punch. Ow. Why did I do that?
Concussion.
Anyway,
Number
yes.
6.
So Alexa looked good with her nice frosted lips. Anyway, so first match, only match on the kickoff. Ascension, Vaudevillains, American Alpha, and Hype Bros, aka guys, we have nothing for you. Here's this match. It picked up at the end. It wasn't bad, but it seemed sloppy at times. And everybody just suddenly started hitting big moves, and that's when it got good. And American Alpha got the win, so fine, whatever.
Get good.
Cassie, give your opinion on it.
They did good.
Okay, Chris?
Eh.
No?
No.
No, thank you.
Okay.
I wasn't anywhere near what I wanted it to be.
That was Bjork. Anyway, it was fine for what it was. It was fine for what it was. Renee looked great in that sheer red. Ambrose loved it. The main show, this had to have been done because of the presidential debates. This had to have been because they put Cena versus Ambrose versus Styles to open the show. Now, I could have understood if you had this match like middle of the card and had Ziggler Miz close the show, which didn't happen. But okay, you have this, and it was a really, really good match. Don't get me wrong. It was a really good match. I was so afraid that Cena was going to win. I was so afraid he was going to win.
You knew he wasn't going to win. He was looking winded after the third step.
He was really looking winded. Now, I thought he was just selling, but he really looked like he was winded at times. Now, that could be just because of lack of in-ring shape. That could be just because he's been going back and forth between filming stuff. Sounds wrong. And wrestling. So maybe the travel schedule's getting him down. But why was the video package right after the entrances? Like, that was so bizarre. They had the entrances and then the video package, so all the guys are just standing, la, la, la. Should we wrestle down? No reason. We'll just stand here.
Why are we doing this? I have no idea.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Let's get back to
right then.
The show.
So anyway, that was ridiculous with Styles tapping out to both Ambrose and Cena. But since it was a double tap out, I was afraid they were going to make co-champions out of Cena and Ambrose. They fortunately didn't.
Let's do it again.
They did that with the IC title with China and Jericho. It was terrible.
I think they learned the lesson, which is something rare from the WWE.
Yeah, what?
They learned the lesson.
Yeah, they did learn it booking the Shield better than the Nexus.
We effed up. Let's not
God,
do
the
that
Nexus.
The Nexus they could have booked so much better, except losing at SummerSlam 2010. So anyway, I was fine with Styles winning. It was great. Pinning Cena. I was surprised. I thought he'd pin Ambrose and end that feud. That feud may not be done because Ambrose didn't get pinned. So I don't know. But it was a really, really good match. Probably the second best match on the card.
I would have actually preferred if Ambrose had gotten his title back. I didn't feel that they gave him a long enough title reign, really.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know.
He defended it, what, 2, 3 times?
3 times. 3 times.
That's
I mean,
not really that long.
3 times on pay-per-view. Chris, what do you think?
Well, I kind of AJ would retain, didn't it?
I wanted him to retain. I was afraid to see. Excuse me. I was afraid Cena would win. Fortunately, he didn't. So that was the second best match tonight. Let's move on. Carmella and Nikki. That was not good. That was sloppy. That was a sloppy spear by Nikki. It was just bad. It was just really, really bad. Carmella's not good enough to carry a match on her own because she's still green. And Nikki, I don't know if Nikki was just selling the neck injury or what.
She was doing it as she was walking back.
I mean, okay, maybe she was just selling it. I hope she's not legit injured. She may have taken that bump too hard because Carmella didn't throw her that hard.
I love how even though she had a legit neck injury, they're still like, oh, it's okay. You can still do the rack attack and everything.
She didn't do the rack attack. She did a TKO.
When she
Last
first
time
came
America
back.
attacked her,
Yeah.
never mind.
God, Chris, damn it. But, I don't know, just Nikki winning, I guess I should have called it, but I was disappointed because I thought Carmella deserved the win. Chris, damn it.
I still feel like they're going to push dispute. It's
They
not over yet.
probably will, but it was a sloppy match. Blow it off on SmackDown. Just don't keep it going.
It was the second match and it was sloppy.
Yeah, it was sloppy seconds. I don't have
Wouldn't it be
sunglasses.
the third, technically?
I just
Main
relied on
show.
my eyebrows.
Damn it, Chris. So I would agree. That was not very good. Would you?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I've already forgotten about it.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I had to look at my notes to remember what the second
I
match
love how
was.
Kyle's asking us like which match was after the Cena AJ Styles
Well,
match.
he had worked and was,
and
cleaning
neither
up.
one of us could really remember.
I had to look at my notes to remember. Usos versus Slater and Rhino. Well, it happened. It wasn't horrible, but the Usos, I'm not a fan of them, whether they're heels or faces, but why didn't they win here? Like, Slater and Rhino don't need to keep the tag titles long. The story's been told. Rhino's probably going to get elected to office, or possibly, you need to take the title off of them soon.
Well, they know the Usos. It's not going to work well on the Usos because nobody wants to see the Usos as champions anymore.
No. They were champions twice. I'm not saying I want to see them as champions, but
This heel turn has become pointless
Yeah.
because they're just losers.
what you just said.
The Thug Life has chosen them.
Exactly.
No, the Thug Life won't even choose them.
Yes, no.
Nationwide is not even on their side.
So
I'll be here all week.
it was just Slater for okay. It was okay. Slater and Rhino retaining good, but it just seemed odd that the Usos would lose. It's just like I'm like you had this where they're targeting the knees.
You wouldn't want them to win anyway.
No, but it would have made booking sense because they got this feud going with American
They're
Alpha.
starting to realize nobody likes them.
No, but at least with the heel turn, they have a reason to boo. But they have a built-in feud with American Alpha taking out their knees, like in the past few weeks on SmackDown. Usos winning the tag titles makes sense, but whatever. It wasn't a horrible match, but it was just there. Agreed?
Yeah.
No,
Right. And Swagger versus Corbin. This was not any better than their SmackDown match. It wasn't very good.
It was not pay-per-view worthy.
It was not. Why was this not on the kickoff? I mean, really. I know that Becky got injured, but really, you couldn't have put this on the kickoff? I mean,
no.
Yeah. No.
You could have swapped that for the 4-on-4.
No. You didn't want that on the main show.
They could definitely do more with Corbin, though.
They could. No. Corbin,
Dallas!
I can't do a Chris Tucker impression.
No, you can't.
No, and I should never try. But they can do more.
Unbelievable.
That was one of my favorite sci-fi movies ever. Fifth Element. Yeah, they can do more with Corbin. It was a fine way for Corbin to get his win back. But really, is this feud? This is where you're going to go with this? They're going to do the 50-50 thing with what they did with Corbin and Ziggler. It was just weird. So I didn't really care for it. That's her opinion of it. Chris? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, precisely. Total Bellas, why? Why is this happening?
Because money.
Bitch better have my money. Don't you worry. Say hey. Wow, I couldn't have sounded more white saying that if I tried.
What is up, my homie G-Dog? Should we go roaming around the neighborhood?
Chris, that's too good. Anyway, Miz versus Ziggler. That was really good. It was a really solid match. They played up the whole career-ending thing, the title. Everything meant a lot to both men. It was great. As far like the psychology and everything, sure, there were a couple botches. Miz nearly dropping Ziggler, off the powerbomb, nearly dropping him on his head on the outside.
I just
On the outside.
realized you
On the
look like
outside.
you're tan. I look like I'm turning purple.
Blurple.
My face
Hello.
looks like I'm
We are
dying.
in the middle of filming.
Yes, I am. Anyway, but so what was my reaction, by the way, to that? Miz, when Miz lost. Oh yeah, I was disappointed.
You could smell the infuriation.
Oh, God.
radiating.
It isn't that I hate Ziggler.
Are you
It's
sure? Because he did kind of eat Wendy's earlier.
that wasn't infuriation. No, that was grease. A lot of grease. A lot of meat
It
grease.
just bubbled inside of him and came out with
Still
that.
talking about the Wendy's here. I don't know. It's like Ziggler winning. If Miz had had the title longer, like if he'd had since last year or whatever, or even since the Rumble, you'd have more of a built-in thing with it. But Miz just cut that whole talking smack promo thing. What after SummerSlam? I think. Yeah, after SummerSlam, or just before whatever.
It was like the first week of September.
Yeah, wake me up when September ends. Wait, it has.
Yeah.
That was damn it. That was. They could have gotten way more out of this. I thought they ended the title reign way too soon. Unless Ziggler's contract really doesn't run out for a while, and there's a way to push him. Maybe turn Miz babyface. Shout out to @JDog1991. No, he said that. Chris,
I wouldn't be able to take Miz as a face.
I'm not saying I would either, but
I feel like Miz's title reign needs to end.
it did end.
I
think
know, but it
Miz
needed
needs
to.
end.
Okay, well, no. Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
I'm actually happy that Miz doesn't have the title
It
anymore
just-
because it wasn't going anywhere.
They had a solid booking thing. That's fair. To be fair, they just started getting back on track after he filmed the movie and was off with the championship.
It wasn't really going anywhere until that Talking Smack segment, and then it started going downhill once they started bringing Miz or Ziggler into it.
Yes and no. Him and Miz have good matches. So anyway, I enjoyed the match quite a bit. I would say it was the match of the night. Maybe tied with the triple threat, but I was disappointed with Ziggler winning.
What about the fact that they brought Spirit Squad back?
They brought them back on SmackDown last week.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
What's your opinion of the match? Anytime, Cassie. It's
I
not
thought
like
we
we're
were
doing.
talking to Chris. I said my opinion.
What'd you say?
I said that I am glad that Miz's title.
Oh,
reign
okay,
ended.
okay. Chris,
I called it.
you did call it. To be fair, I think I was the only one that thought that Miz would win. And
They finally started getting Ziggler to show some passion, and
here
the
to
way
show the world. Sorry, Chris. Sorry.
Well, they
And-
did that
and-
with Ambrose some too.
Yep. Go ahead, Chris.
and from the start of the match, it was very easy to tell where the match was going to go.
It was. I just didn't want Mrs. Title Reign to end. I mean, in particular because I did an entire
And I
fantasy.
think that's the
booking thing.
first time I've really ever heard that from you.
Yes, and I'm shocked. But I thought they had more story to it. But you're right. You did call it. I probably should have guessed that Dolph Ziggler was gonna win. I'm just disappointed. But whatever. Maybe if they do something good with Ziggler and his contract isn't ending anytime soon, give him a decently lengthy run with the title, at least a couple months. That's a decent run, and then whatever.
It seemed relevant after Miz saying you always lose your matches.
It did. It's just my problem is they've done such stop pushes with Ziggler that I don't care anymore. I just don't. So Alexa versus Naomi, because that's the best one they could come up with. I have nothing against Naomi. I honestly don't. The rave gimmick is kind of ridiculous. Chris,
You
you
do have
better
something
than-
against her, and it's the red gimmick.
it is.
It's
This is
better
true.
than her against Eva Marie.
Besides, there's only one wrestler that truly glows, and that's Sheamus.
Fella.
That's because he's so white. You could shine a black light, and it would still shine white light off.
Black light. Anyway, you don't want to shine a black light on Sheamus, by the way. So, Alexa versus
Nightmare would awaken from that.
That's not his shillelagh. Alexa versus Naomi. It was a match. It just, I feel bad for Alexa because it's like, okay, Alexa had all this momentum, should have beat Naomi, even if she cheated, could have beat Naomi. I mean, whatever.
I think they're starting a new feud.
I mean, yes, it's possible, but it's like,
There's going to be a three-way match.
yeah, and you know what? You pointed out it could be Naomi involved in that match. She could have a legitimate claim. They could have Naomi, as part of that match, in a month, and it could be, which is nice, the way to build the show up for a month. But I don't know. I just found it really odd that Naomi won because it's not like she was used all that great anyway, and then all of a sudden she wins. Okay, so whatever. Maybe it'll be fine, but I just find it weird. And
interest is going to decrease in Alexa.
and it's really sad because Alexa really has something going here. And not that Naomi isn't a good athlete. She can stop botching, but she's a good athlete. She is.
Oh, she's got great technique.
Chris, you're not talking about her actual wrestling technique, are you?
Yes.
Oh, you are? Okay. I wasn't sure. Chris, it's hard to tell with you. Even
It's you that isn't talking about.
Yeah,
the technique.
dirty-minded fool.
Me, dirty-minded.
Yes, you.
Orton versus Wyatt. Wow, that was boring. That was really boring. That was really. But I mean, if that was the match we were going to get a Backlash, it's probably a good thing that we didn't get a Backlash. I mean, Bray did win because Harper returned in a flasher raincoat for some reason. This is because
He returned from his side job as the Gordon Fisherman.
Fish sticks. He digs him out of his beard.
Fish sticks.
Oh
That would
God,
explain the grease stains, though.
this would. It would, yeah. I mean,
This is now headcanon.
ooh. Not gonna leave that one alone. Wait, I thought we were talking about
Welcome to
Alexa.
Internet Terminology 101.
Yes, you know what? I probably should learn.
It is
something.
absolutely canon to the story in my head.
I should learn technology meanings. Anyway, so I found the match boring. Harper's return was great. Bray winning, that was great. Bray winning was great, even though it's obviously going to lead to a match where Orton wins the next 5,000 rematches they have. But Harper returning was cool, but other than that, match was boring. Cassie.
I had too high expectations for this match.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, you
always
did.
have too high expectations when it comes to Randy Orton.
Too much. His Viper.
Do you know
It's true. So,
Oh,
Chris, what do you think?
I think this is the perfect opportunity to start working on building up Bray into something bigger because, well, for fuck's sake, guys.
Well, they're about to bring Sister Abigail in, so that's going to build a
No,
lot
please. Leave that a mysterious entity.
Leave it in Andy. Unless you're gonna bring in somebody like from TNA, Rosemary. She's the only one that could work. I'll have to show you pictures of her. You will actually agree.
more. She's the one that had to make
I don't
it
know what
on
kind of
her.
pictures you have, so I'll see them.
I'm trying to remember who that was from
She was-
Backstory.
She was the one in the makeup that Rebby put to the table.
Okay.
Yeah, the woman. Anyway, so okay, Harper's return was pretty cool. Overall,
Is she going to have a beard?
I'm gonna give no. She's not gonna have a beard. No, she's not gonna have a beard. She's not Russian.
I like that you've lost me.
So I will rank this just slightly above Clash of Champions. Just slightly. It's below Backlash, mind you. Backlash was a way better show than this. Now, part of that
Higher
could.
than Bound for Glory.
Oh,
anything.
it's not really a high standard.
I mean, it's really not, Cassie. So anyway,
The fecal matter on the bottom
You
of my
didn't see how
shoe.
bad that was.
it was a really bad pay-per-view, Chris. It was really bad.
I didn't need to watch it to know how terrible it was. It's
Yes.
TNA. The
Yes.
standards aren't exactly
Chris,
high.
the puns weren't just bad. Terrible. Anyway, so that was. So what do you guys overall think? Like, what I will give it a modest, a slight B minus, slight.
I have to give it a C.
I'll maybe even a C plus. I'll give it a C plus.
I'll give it a C++ because right now I need some Java to function.
I got a C+. That sounds good.
Chris, goddamn. So anyway, that is the end of that. Do you agree with what we had to say? Do you disagree? Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe.
Down below, there's a comment section. It's a subscribe button and a like button somewhere around here.
I hope not. I hope not on my shoulder where it's pointing. Anyway, so like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me. Follow her on Twitter at the link in the description. While Chris does what the heck? I don't know. He's walking like an Egyptian or what he's doing. It's Real Honesty with John
He's
Ritlin.
going
I'm John
away by
Ritlin.
himself.
I will be back
Behold!
with